Hi guys, Michelle Galliard here with FA Wealth Centers, and I am back with my Thursday tidbit. Sorry I've missed a little bit. The kids are now fully off at school and doing their own thing, so I'm back to bringing you some thoughts. So today's topic: to accomplish great things, we must not only ask for them, but create them, move our feet, right? So we hear the concept, pray ceasingly is in the Bible. The Secret talked about, focusing on what we want to create, and then what? And then you have to move your feet to create them. But the biggest thing here is that we we must first think them, right? And the only one who can create the thoughts that you're creating are you. You control your thoughts, you control your mind. So I work one-on-one with clients, right? And I help figure out what their limiting beliefs are and what their negative self-talk is and the horrible things they're saying to themselves. All of us do this, right? And I can help flip that and say, here's an affirmation that would be the opposite of that negative self-talk, but I cannot make them think it, right? I can't, a counselor can't, no one from your spouse can't, no one from the outside world can force you to control your thoughts. That is 100% you. So if you stay stuck in stinking thinking, I like to call it, that's where your life is creating from. It is creating from stinking thinking, right? So if we want to make changes in our lives, we have to first ask for them. Well, how do you ask for them? You start thinking about them. You stop focusing on what is not working and start looking at what will be working when I make these changes, right? Or when I do such and such. When I was creating my book, right here, the second edition of my latest book, Interval Train for a Healthy Brain, it was created. I had written the whole thing. I had done the photo shoot with the 3 workouts and I can't remember, 36 pages of photos. But somebody had to put it together for me, right? So even though I asked them to do it, and we won't get into, I went to 3 people before there was someone who literally would stay focused on doing it. I had to also every day in my journal write, I am a published author, because I had to believe it would occur someday. I'd done that effort, right? You change your diet, you change your this, you take in the vitamin D, you go out in the sunshine, but you have to believe that it will make some difference in your life, or why the heck are you even doing it, right? So every day I wrote, I am a published author for 14 months until it finally happened and I had the book in my hands and I could say, it happened, I am a published author, right? But it's that asking ceasingly, continually focusing. You can't just say it once. You can't just believe it once. You have to keep your focus on it. You have to, though, also, you keep your thinking on it, you have to move your feet. So I didn't just sit there praying I would be a published author. I also took my stuff to a creative person and asked them to help put it together. And when that wasn't working, I moved that request to another creative to get that done on their schedule. So you still have to move your feet, right? When I was dealing with my health struggles, every day, once I learned to flip my mindset, every day I said, I am vibrantly healthy. Was it true at that time? Absolutely not. But there was plenty of my life that was working, right? I had miraculously birthed 4 children. I was keeping them alive and thriving. I was married and creating a business and accomplishing a lot of things, but I was horribly sick too. So every day I changed my thinking to I am vibrantly healthy rather than I am sick, right? I've mentioned this several times. What we focus on creates our reality, but how we move our feet. At the same time, I was also doing all the protocols necessary to get myself healthy. I was still changing my diet. I was still monitoring my blood sugar. I was still, doing things to kill off the Lyme that I had going on. I was still getting myself out of the moldy home that we were in, and I was doing my interval training. And I was eating the foods and supplements and things that I needed to do. But if I had done those things without thinking there was a possibility of improvement, I would have given up, for one thing, because why? All I'm looking for is what's not working. Why does it matter what I do, right? If you want to keep focusing on what's not working, you're going to get it. What we believe, what we think we can or we think we can't, we are right. So let's start thinking that we can, yes? So what we think, we control. Or we create. Who controls our thoughts? We do. Nobody else out there can control your thoughts. Your spouse can put ideas into your mind. You don't have to take them on. If they're positive, maybe you bring them in and mull them over and consider incorporating them in. but nobody can control the way we think. And the mind is created on that primal brain stem of ours. We are animals. We are gazelles grazing in the grass, just looking for what's not working. And when the benefit of being a gazelle, though, is when they realize the snap twig is not a lion out to eat us, they have no frontal lobe, so they go right back to eating without sitting there thinking, but what if it was a lion, and what if the lion is really over there, and what if, how many of you do that spiraling thinking, stinking thinking, blah, 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 blah. That's a monkey brain, right? That's a brain, that mind that has been allowed to just run haywire and not have any containment. It is up to us to control what we do with that what if. My next book coming out, preview. And it is up to us to decide how we answer that question too. So what if that happens? Okay, like we could totally be doing that right now in the world, right? But what if they do such and such with the government? And what if my child is you fill that in with whatever you want. You can fill it in with any fear you want right now if you're paying attention to the world. But what is that doing for you? What is that doing for your day and how you move forward in your life and how you create your day, right? Do you say, I'm having a bad day? Really? Are you having a bad day, or are you having a bad thought? Are you having a bad moment that you are allowing to then control your entire day and call it a bad day? What's a bad day? What's your definition of a bad day? Your nail broke and you were late for work? Really? Is that a bad day or a crap moment? Right? Did something massive happen to you personally? Is it a bad? And what's your definition of bad? We'll get into that in another talk. But focus your thoughts on what you can control. Focus your mind on what you can do to make changes in your own life and what you consider to be a good day and a good moment. That happens by controlling what we allow to create in our life and asking for what we want to receive, asking for what we want to create. If you want vibrant health, say it every day, I'm vibrantly healthy, or please give me vibrant health, whichever way you want to do it. If you want to accomplish a job, I am a successful fill in the blank, and I am earning blah, 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 plus. Add the plus, little tidbit there. I am earning whatever, 10,000 plus per month. Start writing it out. Start putting it out there. Start thinking about it. Start creating it. I am vibrantly healthy, and I have the energy to play with my children after school, after work, right? I am, fill it in with something you want to create. Or please give me, whichever way you want to do that. If it's like praying out there for something to come to you, or if it's affirming it. If you're an affirmations person, I am vibrantly healthy, I am successful, I am a loving mother and wife, whatever it is that you need to create. We create it, right? And I get it. I've been there. I've been in the sick camp where Doc told me, all you focus on is sick. If you guys heard that before. I was dealing with a lot of stuff, and it was easy to focus on what was not working. And these days, it's super easy in the world to focus on what's not working because there's a lot that doesn't seem to be working. But are you being grateful in the moment for what is still working? Or are we focusing on the pandemonium and the chaos and what's going to go wrong and when the world's going to end if that's your camp that you're in? Like, what if it's not for 100 years and you spent the rest of your life what-ifing in fear? So right now, right here, focusing on what is going right, what is working for you, what you can say thank you for, what you can focus on, and what you can do to, help be a leader in your community or in your job or in your family. What can you do to contribute to making things better? Because when we sit here in fear and complain that everything's wrong, we're not accomplishing a darn thing. We are just sitting here being stinking thinking. So what can you do today? What can you ask for? How can you accomplish great things? By focusing on what you want to see, what you want to create, and what you want to achieve. That's my message. Bless you all. Yes, vibrant health. Have a wonderful